so annoying and takes so much time trying to enter a locker combo every single time you need to open your locker.
How weird is it that it's the 21st century and we're still using locks like these?
So we decided to make locker entry more efficient by adding some modern tech.
What we wanted to create was a locker entry system that uses a key card or barcode instead of a combination.
Here's how it would work. A scanner would read the code, send a signal to the small computer inside of the locker, which would trigger a motorized lock to open.
This is a great idea, but we had no idea how to build it. First, we had to figure out how to get a scanner, how to build the motorized lock, and what sort of computer we should use.
Of course, we couldn't drill a hole in a locker because we'd get in a lot of trouble, so we had to resort to building our own locker. For the brain of the system, we decided to use a miniature computer called the Raspberry Pi because it's a small and easy to use computer that could easily fit inside the locker.
Although this seems pretty straightforward, there was a lot of coding we needed to do. We needed to teach ourselves how to write in a programming language called Python. Basically, we had to write lines and lines of code to tell the Raspberry Pi what to do when the scanner reads the code. All the coding took about 3 days.
For the lock, we used a small motor that would turn the lock when the computer tells it to. This involved a bit of trial and error as well. I worked hours and hours and hours trying to get the motor to spin perfectly through the lock. First string of code made the motor spin forever and I couldn't stop it. Also, the barcode wouldn't read and the Pi almost shut down. It was horrible. Our original plan was to get a magnetic scanner, but my dad had this handheld barcode scanner instead, so we decided to use that one.
A barcode scanner uses laser light to read a pattern of lines which are translated into numbers by the computer. Those numbers would replace a lock combination, so you can have a card with your barcode on it, or you could hold up your smartphone with the barcode on the screen.
When the Raspberry Pi detects the correct barcode from the scanner, it sends a signal to the general purpose input-output pins, also known as the GPIO pins. Then the GPIO pins, or the general purpose input-output pins, send a signal to the servo motor, telling it to be locked or unlocked. We ended up with a totally different string of code that we thought of before, and it turned out to work super well. This is the barcode scanner. It scans the ID card and sends a signal down to the Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi then tells the GPIO pins to tell the servo motor to unlock or lock the locker. Here's how it works. Take your card, stick it in the locker, easy as pie.
What we want in the future is that to put a screen on here so that teachers could wirelessly send like notifications to the locker, so when they scan it, it could be like, oh, you have a test in social studies today, or you have an overdue library book or something.
In the future, we can even program our locker to have multiple users. We can even program it to see how many people have access to your locker at what time and when. But right now, we're really happy with how it turned out.